All right. Back for part 2 of Soul Ties. So I'm going to continue with the story. We don't need the paper because it's right here in our brains, okay? So, like I said, I moved with my brother to Colorado and with my daughter. And one day, I felt the need. I wanted to cook for the family. So, I went and got a pot out. I didn't see like a skillet, but I got a pot out and to fry chicken, y'all. So as I'm going to season the chicken, put the chicken in a pot, my brother gets really, really angry at me. Again, let's slide back a little bit. Let's back up a little bit. My daughter, she's in a high chair and she has like little cereal, and then she has a plastic bottle at the time with her formula, her milk in it. Okay, so let's go forward. So I'm about to cook this chicken in a pot, and my brother goes the fuck off on me. Okay, you don't cook chicken in a pot. You cook it in a skillet. You cook it in a pan. So I'm a little lost because my granny cook it in wherever the fuck she get it in, and that's how I was taught. I can cook shit from scratch. Okay, I can cook. Okay, so I'm like, what are you talking about? You tripping? But okay, so he almost made me cry. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very sensitive person. It's my brother. I'm like, why are you going off on me like that? Because I'm just about to cook some chicken. And then he was like, and your daughter, she is throwing stuff on the floor. You need to get a grip. You need to tame that. His words was, kind of like that. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? This is a baby. She gonna drop cereal. She gonna drop her bottle. But why are you so mad this morning? Yeah, I don't want the negative energy from this person up in my house. Okay. No, why I'm telling this story, because I've never been able to tell this story out loud. So this is my healing. Okay, and we're gonna heal. All right. I'm getting emotional about telling this story. All right. So, like I said, my brother got really, really angry at me because I was cooking the chicken in a pot, and my Janaya she had a few Cheerios on the floor. So I picked everything up and I just was like, you know what? Fuck this. I ain't cooking shit. You can cook it by your motherfucking self. So I went upstairs. He had at the time, he had a 2-story apartment with his girlfriend. Okay. So I went upstairs and I sat on the side of the bed in the room that I was that were reserved for me. So I'm sitting on the side of the bed and I'm crying, of course. My baby's downstairs still in her high chair because I needed to take a moment. So I'm sitting upstairs, I'm on the bed, and I got my head down like this. And my brother comes in, and he sits down beside me. And he looks at me, and he says, I'm sorry for how, I treated you or me going off. I just want you to, learn some stuff. And, he just trying to, I guess, butter me up or however you put it, because he's a narcissist. He's a very conniving person. So, like I said, I listened to my brother. I love my brother. So what he was saying at the moment, I was like, okay, I understand you. Sorry, I forgive you, but I'm crying. So he was like, look at me. And I looked at him, y'all. I looked at him. And he's crying. My brother don't have a problem with crying either. He's very sensitive as well. Okay, trust me. So he's crying. I'm crying. Father God. As he's looking at me, he's coming near me like this. And he kissed me in my mouth. My brother kissed me in my mouth. And I just froze. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I didn't know what to say, what to do. All I did was go into the bathroom. I went into the bathroom and he left the room. That's what I remember. So I'm standing in the bathroom looking in the mirror and I'm just like, oh my God, what the fuck, like that. And I come out the bathroom, I look, when nobody there. So I go back in my room. God, please help me with this story. So So that night, like above the bed, it was like this canopy, and behind the bed was like a mirror. So I remember those images, and I'm laying in the bed. All I know is I need to get out of here. I knew for a fact I couldn't take all of my clothes because I brought everything that belonged to me to his home. Okay. So I was just like, what to do? I don't know nobody, but I gotta get out of here, or the next thing he's gonna fuck me. Okay. We already to kiss. Like, what's next? That's what's next. So I the next day, I'm gonna say around, it was like around 11, 12. I got my baby. I packed her a bag. I packed myself a bag, what I could pack. I looked like the coast was clear. Did nobody notice that I was walking out the door? And I left the door. I left that house, okay? I remember walking up the street, and I was at he lived in a apartment complex in North Carolina. And at the end of the street, I sat there. I put my bag down and my baby. And I was on like at the corner of the street. And it was this, angels are real, okay? Angels have been with me since I can remember, meaning people. People that God brings to you to help you at a particular time, you guys, okay? God knew, and I knew that I needed to get out of here. Okay, so it was this, if I'm not mistaken, guy, it was this black like SUV truck, and it was a Caucasian lady. So I remember, because I'm sitting on the edge of the curb, and I remember the truck going by me. You know, she's just going by, and I looked at her. I looked at the truck, and I just was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. How I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm talking to myself. So that truck whirled around and came back to me, and she was like, let the window down. She was like, sweetheart, do you need some help? And I was like, no, I'm okay. And she was like, okay, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. So she left, and she came back. And she was like, no, get in. I'm gonna, let me see if I can help you. Where are you from? What do you need some help? She just kept asking me that. And I was like, yeah, my brother lives in this apartment complex. And that lady actually lived in the apartment complex. But my brother lived in the back. But you could see his apartment from her apartment, if that makes any sense. Okay, so the lady invited me into her home. I'm very protective of my kids. If you know me, I'm protective of my children. I do not motherfucking play. Okay, so the lady got my bags out. She invited us into her house. I remember sitting down on the couch. I remember her asking me, because of course the baby, you know, you can't talk at the time. You can't ask that. Did I want anything to eat? Did I want anything to drink? And me looking at Lifetime movies. Yeah, I ain't fuck all of that shit. I was like, no, I don't want nothing. And she was like, look, I could just give the baby something to eat right now. And I was just looking. So I looked at what she prepared for her, and she prepared for her. Do y'all know that I fell asleep on this lady's couch? And when I woke up, I jumped up like that. And she was like, it's okay. You're okay. And I was like, I was looking around, y'all. And she was like, baby, how can I help you? And I was like, if you could just get me to my mother. At the time, my mother lived in Dallas, Texas. So my mother is in Dallas, Texas. So I knew if I could get to Dallas, Texas, I can get away home, right? I can get away back to Louisiana, Bastrop, Louisiana, where my grandma is. So I was like, if you could just get me to my mom. I had her number at the time. So I called my mom, and I told her what was going on. And she was living with who is her husband now. And I was like, Mama, this happened. I need to get to you. I need you to help me. And she was like, yep, I'll be there to pick you up, blah, 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 blah. All right. So the lady, I told my mom, and the lady understood what was going on. So what she did was she took me to the bus station, y'all, in North Carolina, Colorado. And she Took me to the bus station, and she said, if you can go in there and tell them what has happened, they'll give you a free bus ticket home. And I was like, shit, okay. Okay, so I got my bags and I got Janaya, and I went into the bus station, y'all. When I went into the bus station, y'all, it was closed. And the lady had already left. So I went outside. What I had on me was like $1 or something, God. I was able to get Janaya some Skittles. I remember her getting her some Skittles. So we was outside. I had to come outside, of course, because the bus station wasn't open. So I came outside, and I'm sitting on the steps, and I got my head down like this. And I remember Janaya, because it was like this area where it was an open space, and was like a little grass and plants and stuff where Janaya could like walk around and play. But I had my head down like this. I was keeping an eye on my daughter, but I had my head down, and I was like, God, what I do from here? Like, what you want me to do from here? Like, she done left. I don't know nobody. I ain't got no phone or nothing. What to do, man? Boom. Y'all, you wouldn't believe me. When I picked my head up, the Caucasian lady, she was standing right in front of me. And she grabbed my hand and she said, come on. I'm going to take you to the actual bus station, the Greyhound station. Yo, those are angels. I don't care. I got many stories to tell you guys. Okay, so I'm in the car and we talking about things, and I'm very comfortable with this lady. She was an older lady. I don't remember her name. I kind of vaguely remember what she looks like, but what I can tell you is my daughter was very comfortable around this lady. Okay, so she got us to the Greyhound station. This young lady, I'm gonna call her young lady, she bought us something to eat, me and my daughter. She bought our bus tickets to Dallas, Texas. She helped me, I needed to change Janaya. I needed to go to the bathroom. She stayed there until the actual bus pulled up, and me and my daughter was on the bus. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. So the Greyhound pulled up, and I was thanking her. Thank you so much for helping me. Thank you. I can get to my mom from here. So as I remember my grandma saying, when people help you, you get a number, a name, or something so you can call and tell them that you're all right, or bless this lady, later on, So I put my daughter in the seat because I'm on the bus now. And I remember the lady standing at the window. So I'm like, oh my God, I need to get her name and stuff. So as I'm putting my bag up and I put Janaya and I look back, the lady wasn't there. Y'all, the lady wasn't there. I say all of that to say this. God has been with me all my life, okay? And that lady was one of my angels. She was one of my angels to help me get out of that situation. Yes, I did make it to my grandma. Yes, I did make it to my mom. And yes, I did make it to my grandma. Safe, okay? My brother, because I told the story, he destroyed all of my belongings. He promised me that he was going to get rid of my things and I would never see them again. And he did just that. I graduated in 2018 and I was at my grandmother's house, which I went back because I love her, okay? And I shouldn't have done that either because something happened between me and her. But as I'm at my grandmother's house, my brother called because I hadn't talked to him since that day of me leaving, right? And my grandma gave me the phone and she was like, it's Fred. And I was like, okay, this is weird, but I'm strong, okay? So I kicked the phone and my brother's like, and my ex-girlfriend, she was there at the time, so she know that this happened. I picked up the phone and my brother was like, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, girl. You graduated from college. You did your damn thing. So he's a narcissist and he's conniving. So as he's saying that, he goes into, let me ask you a question. So I was like, yeah, what's the question? So I put the phone like this, y'all, because I know my brother, okay? And he like, can you say out loud or to me, can you say to me what you told the family? And I'm like, yeah, Fred, I can say it. Just as I am now on recording it. I can say it. You did that to me. I do forgive you. But the world's gonna know that you did that to me. Okay, sweetheart? You did not get away with it. I understand that that's nasty. That's ancestral behaviors. You also did some things in our church to a young guy, a young man. He's older now, and that was brought to my attention. You did some very, very, very dirty things. And I just want you to know that we know. Okay? I want you to know that I'm not afraid of you. I want you to know that you do not win. Okay? I want you to know that I hold the power for me. Okay? And nothing that you put me through or nothing that you tried to do has hindered me from being the mother that I am, the great goddess that I am, the woman that I am. Yeah, I'm so glad that I'm able to talk about that. And of course, this recording. So we're going to go to part 3. Okay, so I'll see you guys soon.